Hello and welcome to the final stage of Rally Sweden on this Sunday, and we are here for the super special stage 18 for the Wolf Power stage, where we hand out 5 more points for the fastest on this stage. And meanwhile, Martin PaperCup is the first already on stage here on the super special stage with some donuts already for him, and also a chicane in this power stage. So a very tricky one, a very long one also for a Wolf Power stage, but we are really excited for this one here in Sweden. There is also the chicane, and then he will do the same lap again. So he will come to the point for the donuts once again and then go to the finish line. He is currently 10th in points. On the left side of the screen you see the already finished guys and the points next to their names for the Wolf Power stage. So currently Mevius, who is already leading this overall standings, would get 5 points, 4 for Chris Meek and 3 for Eotsan, for example. And if we see where PaperCup will land now, he goes to the finish line and finish with a very fast run. He's the fastest as of right now, 1 minute 9 seconds, 0.1, and so the 5 points go to him. Second in line, Emil Lindholm and Rita Hämäläinen in their Skoda Fabia. They will take on the stage. They are currently in 9th place after 17 out of 18 stages, and they are taking on this stage. They have a few seconds of a lead in front of Martin PaperCup and quite 10 seconds of a gap to the 8th placed driver. So if they finish quite strong and quite in their pace, which they were shown the whole weekend, they would remain in 9th place, which would get them at least 2 points, but maybe some power stage points. Let's see if they are fast enough to do this. Already got points in Monte Carlo, Emil Lindholm, so this would be again very good points for him. He is now for the second time at the donuts. A very nice one for the viewers, for the public to see their cars go around there, and also for the drivers. A warm welcome after a long weekend on snow. They are now back on asphalt, and Emil Lindholm is now at the finish line with a time of 1 minute 13.5, so he's not fast enough to be one of the fast 5 guys, but he remains in front of Martin PaperCup. Now Gregor Munster, and keep an eye on him and the next one who will come, because Gregor Munster is only a bit behind Stefan Sarasö, who will come after him. It's currently only 0.5 seconds, the gap between those two. So for Gregor Munster, it needs to be a good run. He needs to push to get by Stefan Sarasö after the end of the stage and claim more points than him. So he will attack this stage and will go maybe flat out through some corners. Let's see how he will tackle the chicane. Yeah, makes it a bit slow there, I think, but is through, and so on to the second lap of this super special stage. He will come to the donuts once again. Let's see how he will do this time around them. Yeah, seems pretty good. A bit of a tire wall kiss there, but seems like he came through this one very quick. And let's see where the time will stand at the end of the stage. He comes through and is at a time of 1 minute 11.9. So he has currently the third fastest time, but really strange, the fastest one 2 seconds in front of him. So Martin PaperCup had a really good Wolf Power stage, but for Gregor Munster still the third fastest time, and so as of right now he would claim 3 points. And now we will see what Stefan Sarasö can do. As already mentioned, those two are battling it out for 7th place, so Stefan Sarasö needs to push also on this one. And after a good time for Gregor Munster, Stefan Sarasö should be finished in the 1 minute 11 seconds range. 1 minute 12 would be close. So keep an eye on the clock where he will finish. Comes here through this, I think, quick, and let's see now how the second lap for him will go in this beautiful blue and yellow livered Hyundai. He comes now to the donut sections once again. No, I think slower than Gregor Munster. Let's see where the time will stand. 1 minute already gone, so let's see. 1 minute 11 need to be done by him to remain in 7th place, and it looks like it's a bit slower, and he goes over the line with a time of 1 minute 13.2, and so Stefan Sarase loses the place to Gregor Munster, and Gregor Munster will at least go up to 7th place overall. Next up now Jari Huttunen and Sulzer. They are next on the field, currently in 6th place. In the standings, they are 7 seconds in front of Stefan Sarase before this stage, and they have a 22-second gap to the man in 5th place, which will be racing this stage after Huttunen. Huttunen, once again with a strong rally, was also very quick in Monte Carlo, and also here very quick. At one point he was the only one who could lead the rally at one point. Mikkelsen is currently, and also the whole weekend, the fastest man, but on stage 5 Jari Huttunen was the fastest overall, with the fastest stage time and also the overall lead, so he was the only one who can compete with Mikkelsen this weekend, but lost on Saturday a lot of seconds, and so he is now currently only in 6th place, but it would be still a good result for him. Let's see the time. It's a 1 minute 13.3, so 0.1 seconds slower than Sarase, and so also not fast enough for the top 5 currently. Still Martin Prokop with the fastest time. Edwin and von Sparkenia, these are the next duo. They are in 5th place, quite safe there, so I think they will take on a safe run through this run. So currently Prokop 5 points, De Meviois 4 points, Munster 3 points, and 2 points for Ehud San and 1 point for Chris Meek. And let's see what Abwing can do now. The fastest of the Volkswagen drivers. You can see at 7th place currently Ole Christian Wavy, and Oliver Buri, the 3rd Volkswagen driver, crashed out on Friday already. So Abwing, once again, a very fast Volkswagen driver. He was not the fastest in Rally Monte Carlo, this was Wavy, but he's the fastest here in Sweden. Surprising, I think, because the Norwegian Wavy is a snow specialist, but Wavy had problems over the whole weekend, and so also outside of the points for Ole Christian Wavy. And now Abwing comes to the finish line with a time of 1 minute 11.4, and so for Abwing it's the 3rd fastest time overall, and currently holding on to 3 points. Next up, Mirko Macek in the Skoda, 4th place after 17 stages, and he will also battling it out with Gregor Linnamäe, who is currently 0.4 seconds in front of him. So also this battle is very tight, and let's see who will come out on top and will get maybe a podium place at the end of this. Linnamäe had a 2-second lead before stage 17, but lost it in a snow stage earlier this day, and so Macek has the chance to come back to 3rd place. It would be big points for him after a good and strong Rally Monte Carlo. He would also claim a lot of points here in Rally Sweden. But let's see, he will come through the donut section once again. Gets there nice and cleanly. And now let's see where the time will stand at the end for Mirko Macek. And he's over the finish line with a time of 1 minute 12.4. So it's not one of the fastest times, but let's see what Gregor Linnamäe now will do, because it will get pretty interesting. Linnamäe and Bleek, his co-driver from America. And now let's see who will get at least third place. 0.4 seconds was the gap between those two. And now let's see how fast Linnamäe can go through this one. He was second after Friday, lost his second place to Freddie Loix, who is now in second, and was third after Saturday, so he wants to keep this podium place. 15 points would he earn for third place. Yeah, good chicane for him. He comes through this section very fast and now goes on to the second lap. Strong pace for Gregor Linnamäe, who had the disappointing Rally Monte Carlo, crashed out early in the first rally of the year, and now wants to take revenge for this one. Oh, but already 1 minute 5 on the clock, so I think it's a very slow time in the end, because he needs to get on the backstretch. And let's see where the time will stand. It's a 1 minute 13.8, and so he's very slow, and also slower than Mirko Macek, and so he has lost third place to the Poland driver, sadly for Georg Linnamäe. But let's see what the last two drivers will do, because everything can change still. Freddie Loix and Habibi, his co-driver, need to get through this stage cleanly to remain in second place. But already a good rally for Mirko Macek, who get it at least to the third place in this last stage. Freddie Loix has a gap of 25 seconds to the leader of the rally, but only 4 seconds to Georg Linnamäe, so also he need to push, because he wants to keep his second place. First, I think will be very difficult to get, but let's see what he can do through the stage onto the donut section for the second time. And I think it's a very fast time for Freddie Loix, because only 58 seconds on the clock for him. So this one is a very fast one. He drifts through the last corner, and let's see where the time will stand in the end. It's a 1 minute 8.9, and so the fastest time of all drivers. And so he has 5 points to the goods at the moment, and only one more will come. The last one, the fastest one all weekend. Andreas Mikkelsen and Dan Maurice, they were the duo to beat this weekend, and they are now on the final stage. Can they take home the victory here in Rally Sweden? Once again, the top 5 currently for the Wolf Power stage. Freddie Loix holds 5 points. 4 points for Martin Prokop, 3 points for the Meviois, 2 points for Ebring, and 1 point for Gregor Munster currently. And Andreas Mikkelsen is the last one on the stage. So everyone gets at least 1 point. Gregor Munster is the only one who need to watch this drive for Mikkelsen. 1 lap already completed, and now the last lap for Andreas Mikkelsen. One more time around the donut sections for him, and then we will see where the time will be standing at the end. And it seems to be a pretty fast run for him. 1 minute done now, and the last corner for him, and then the last straight line. And then we will see where the time will stand, and then we will congratulate to Andreas Mikkelsen for a superb drive here in Rally Sweden, 1 minute 12.8, and so it's a rally victory for Andreas Mikkelsen and Dan Maurice. They are the winners of Rally Sweden in front of Freddie Loix and Mirko Macek. Congratulations to this duo. They were quite outstanding the whole weekend, only lost the lead for one stage, and so they are the deserving winner of Rally Sweden. Here are the final results, the top 10, with Loix in second, Marcek third, Lineme in the end in fourth place, fifth for Ebring, sixth Hotunen, seventh Munster, eighth Saracen, ninth Lindholm, and in 10th place Martin Brockhoff. And so the top 8 in standings. Mikkelsen now leading the standings in front of Mirko Marcek and Ole Christian Raby. Loix in fourth, Lindholm in fifth in the standings. So pretty big points for Mikkelsen and Mirko Marcek. 9th Johan Rosell, but he only has one race until now. Same for Marco Bulaccia, and the other results flying by. What a rally Sweden it was. And now the last 5. The only 5 with currently 0 points after 2 rallies, but for them 5 more rallies will come. So this was it from Rally Sweden 2025 for the second event of the year for the Rally Championship. And the Rally Championship will continue with Rally Portugal later this year. And I say bye bye.